My name is James.
Dave.
I'm 29.
48.
I'm a chef cook.
I'm an IT consultant type, technical systems guy, all kinds of stuff like that. I work in IT.
What was your reason to come to Holland?
My girlfriend's Dutch. I met her in Australia, so I come here.
I was working in, I came over here about 12 years ago. I did a contract in Breda, and then I went for a permanent job in Germany, and I had one kid at the time, and he went into German school, and it was just a nightmare because he was 6. And I resigned from that job, and I got offered a job with IBM in Zoetermeer, and that's how we ended up in Holland.
What do you think of Holland?
It's a beautiful city, a beautiful country.
Well, we've had 2 kids here since we've been here. We've got a business down the road that sells English food, and yeah, I like it.
Dutch people are very, I find, very reserved, very careful with their money, and here in Holland, you can't just go around to a friend's place and knock on their door, "G'day mate, come in and have a cup of coffee." You have to make an appointment a week earlier and come over and see them. Everyone has everyone penned in.
Because the agenda.
Heavy headed.
Back home, if I'm walking past a mate's place, I just knock on the door. "Yeah, g'day mate, if he's home, he's home. Come in, have a coffee. He's busy, he's busy." But here, it's everything's very organised, too organised, I think.
In England, don't you miss England? Or?
Believe it or not, bizarrely enough, I'm actually working in England. I've just come back from there.
Right.
And yeah, ain't the place I live. No. I'm lucky, I'm working in a very nice part of the country.
I miss the countryside, I miss the environment, I miss my friends, I miss the food, I miss the booze, I miss my family.
Would you go back to Holland?
Yeah, of course.
Are you?
I dislike some people here, but not because they're Dutch, because they're arseholes. I dislike them anywhere in the world. But you know where you stand. I actually like Germany even more for that. Germany's very much.
What can the Dutch do better? Let things relax a bit more. I mean, it's like when I came here, I had to make appointments for appointments and forms and queues, and it seems very uptight here in Holland, I think.
It's the same thing here. What Jimmy was saying is true. When you first come here, it's a bit intimidating. I had the advantage of working in Germany and living in Germany, and once you work out what the problem is for an English person, that bit of water is the biggest problem on the planet.
What?
That little bit of water, the tunnel, makes a huge difference. Once you decide to be this side of it, then you're European. Big difference.
Yeah.
I actually miss, and it's the one thing that's never been reproduced, is a real English pub.
Oh yeah.
A real. Where I'm very lucky. I work between Bristol and Bath, and I stay in a 15th century pub, and they're all local boys and farmers, and that's what I really miss. You know,
the real life, the real people that working and
Christmas Day, coming out to the pub for a couple of drinks at lunchtime. That's about it, really.
It's not a pub like this.
Because this is the best pub,
It's not a pub.
But it's not really a pub.
But what we're talking about boozers is more like a brown cafe, where the normal working class people go for a few beers after work. But we've got our own equivalent, and the equivalent, the English or Scottish equivalent to a brown cafe isn't that. Don't get me wrong, I like that. I love that pub. I'm in here all the time, but it's not a boozer. A boozer is like somebody go for a bit. My father had a pub in Scotland, wood panel, mining town, shithole, but it was great fucking fun.
Right on the head.
Not fancy, but just really good fucking fun.
It doesn't
everyone
matter.
comes together
And everybody,
laughs
it's a community thing. We had old guys who were 85, and these guys, they're widowed, their wife has died, and they used to come to the pub every day. See, in the winter time, if they didn't come for 3 days, he would give somebody money for a taxi to go up to their house and make sure they were still alive. What's wrong with you? Are you still well? Do you want to come back down to the pub for some social contact? Because that's what a pub is in Britain, it's social contact. You don't, obviously British people love a drink, we do love a drink, we love to get pissed, but it's a social thing, it's social contact.
When we started our business, we used to get some old Dutch ladies come in to buy Gember cookies, right? And they come here, oh, meneer, heft, ooh. And you respond to them, even though my Dutch is limited, with a total politeness. And that's like old people in England and everywhere. Something's gone missing.
But you don't get that in Britain. If you're polite, you're polite. You don't make a respectful reference to age, like we're older than you. You're just polite to everybody.
That's just normal.
That's normal. But over here, you make a. I work abroad, and I was working with Dutch guys, and we were looking for directions. And the Dutch guy went up to it was like a Spanish guy. He's like, "Excuse me, sir," speaking English, because he was paying respect to that guy because he was older. And that's a nice thing about Dutch, because they do pay respect to their elders. Different. But in Britain, if you're polite, you're polite. It doesn't matter what age you are. And Sue's also did that to me. If I'm getting served, if I'm in a restaurant, right, and it's an older guy who's serving me, I will just say like, "Ashley," and she's like, "You should say Ashley," and I'm like, "No, but I'm paying for this service, so I'm being polite. I'm not going to pay extra respect because of age." No,
you're right.
Rude,
of course.
In Dutch, they would even if somebody's serving you, you would pay them respect because they're older.
The classic English phrase that everybody has is,
I'm going to say that.
"Manners cost nothing."